YouTube, how the devil are you doing? It's Cool King checking in again on behalf of the EDC Cooperative. I hope that you are fine and dandy. So, of course, today's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another episode of Friday Shows, where we show you items that I've received this week, essentially through the post. Quite a bumper week this week, to say that I am not a Swiss Army knife collector. There's quite a few Swiss Army knives in front of me. So without further ado, let's have a look. So to break it up, the first item is not a Swiss Army knife. I have received a new lens for my camera. This one is a macro lens, a 28mm macro lens. If you follow us on Instagram, I've already taken a couple of photos using this. It turned out quite well, if I do say so myself. Quite happy with that. So that's the first item. Second item is a standard item, nothing too fancy. It is a Victorinox Aux, and it is just a silver standard solo blade. Just building my basic collection of the silver Auxes for shits and giggles, I suppose. Part of a bumper package that I received this week from a good cooperator friend of mine, one of the moderators of the group, the EDC Cooperative Facebook group, Michael Warford, we'll call him. He has been a proxy for some items for me for quite some time, so thank you, Michael. And his parcel arrives this week. So first off, Swiss Army knife wise, that was in this parcel was this. Essentially, it is a modded knife of some description, red micarta scales, and it's had a bit of a bath in acid wash and stone washed. Can't remember who it is that made it. I saw it on Instagram, decided I wanted it, ordered it, got shipped to him, and I've totally forgot who it is that's made it, unfortunately. I need to go through the messages on Instagram to see if I can find out who it was, but quite a nice little funky thing, quite very light, seems a lot lighter than a standard sack, but yeah. Second and third, really. Two red Swiss Army knives, standard, classic, which is a nice little knife, and then this is a slightly modded tool set from Bow and Oak Knives, who I've mentioned before. Bernard, bought this off him. Quite a nice little knife. It's just one for my personal collection, I suppose you'd say. They're all my personal collection. And finally, from this bumper mail call from Michael, is a brass works. Been wanting this for quite some time, and I'm just very happy that it has arrived. So there's quite a few nice Swiss Army knives there, and the last Swiss Army knife that's come is also a nice Swiss Army knife. So this is one of the special editions. It's a Cadet, one of the 5 colour Cadets, and this is a silver with a silver shield. They're becoming quite hard to get hold of, and somebody, again from the co-op, Connor, he got one. I decided I wanted one, and he sent me a link to somewhere that still had a couple of them available. So I'm very thankful that I managed to get that. Thank you again, Connor, for showing me that. Next is from a company called Lyo Design, and it is their Delta 7 pry bar. Maybe something that you've seen on Instagram on quite a few people's feeds. Again, this is something that I ordered quite a while ago, and it's just come now. Very happy that I've got it. Wanted it for quite some time. It's just a nice, very light. It is titanium pry bar, but it's very light, obviously, because of all the holes in it. Lyo Design is an interesting company that I found on Instagram. Guy, John Lyo, I think he's called. He is a designer of some description, and he's designed that, so it's a nice piece of art, really. And then last but not least, by any stretch of the imagination, but not necessarily, well, it is EDC, but not necessarily in what you may consider your EDC. You may remember that I like Kickstarter. I might have mentioned it once or twice. So a while ago, when I bought my iPad Pro in 2018 now, didn't have any hub or anything that I could use for connecting stuff to the iPad, essentially. So I bought one at the time that was quite cheap, because I found one on Kickstarter that was a bit more expensive and had sort of everything that I needed, and I was just excited to get it. Time passed for quite many months, and I kept checking up on the thing, and it actually appears that I didn't back it on Kickstarter, which I'm 100% certain I did, but I didn't. So I was a bit gutted. Quite expensive to buy outside of Kickstarter, and one thing and another, I just didn't bother doing it. The same company released another hub that's quite a bit cheaper, again on Kickstarter, and actually suits my needs quite a lot better than the other one did. It's the CalDigit Soho hub, or dock should I say. It's just got a few connections on it. I use it for, or I will be using it for my iPad. I do most of my edits for the videos that I do on the iPad. So obviously this video will be getting edited on that. I've not opened it yet, but I will be opening it and connecting it up to the iPad so I can edit this video. I think that's all we are going to look at for now. I do know again there are some more parcels that are scheduled to come tomorrow, so they'll have to wait till next week. Right, so there we have it. Thanks for watching another Friday shows. I shall link the past Friday shows videos up here just in case you've missed them and you want to catch up, and if you've got any questions, put them down below. This week we actually hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is just fantastic. I do try and keep these Friday shows videos quite short, so until next time, have a good one.